My name is Eric Cortina and Barndominiums are my business. Today we are starting the slab on Leroy's house. So as you can see, we already got all the concrete broke off and hauled off that doesn't belong with the slab. All the flat work. Actually, it's piled back there. So what they did here when they poured the slab, this is the main slab. That is poured properly, it's reinforced. But what they did is all the porches around it, they poured separately. That's not a good idea. Not only did they pour them separately, they were flat work, which is not as reinforced as the house. So now that the house burned down and we're gonna rebuild it, you can't build on flat work. So we had to take it all out. You can see the dowels are still there. That was connecting the main slab to the flat work. I don't like flat work, not for your porches anyway. So if you're gonna do your home, your Barndominium slab, pour it all at once, what's known as a monolithic foundation. Do your main slab and your porches, everything all at once. Do not, I repeat, do not do it in separate pours. So I don't know if you can tell that everyone's here except Leroy. Everybody just sitting around waiting on Leroy. So I'm glad you decided to join us. You know you're late, right?
I'm late.
Yes, you're late.
Give me a time. How you doing?
So
A lot of concrete right.
you're already setting up the pace for this whole build. So, you know, if your wife asks, why are you guys taking so long? It's like, well, Leroy's always late.
Well, it's because I had to take my daughter to school this morning. The
Excuses.
one day out of the month. The only day.
Well, so why'd you have to take her to school?
Because she goes to Corpus.
Your wife? Oh, well then it's your wife's fault that we're delayed.
Exactly.
All right, well that's fine. As long as we get that straightened out.
Can we go up the 20 inches instead of the foot?
Whatever you want, sweetheart.
Yeah, let's do that.
20
It'll be
inches?
easier for the plumbing. Huh?
20 inches?
Well, we're going up a foot,
Yeah.
so another 8 inches.
They're gonna be way up here.
That's fine. That way.
We don't have enough forms. Seriously. Well, we're gonna need 4 footers.
We could. I mean, we could go up the foot.
Why are you doing 20?
Well, I'm just saying. It'd be easier for the plumbing, but
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
not easier, but.
You know, you should have just took this out while you had the backhoe. I mean, you're gonna end up
Yeah.
way
that's
up
what I
here.
said. No, we'll just do it the foot.
Well, we still don't have enough forms.
What? So
No.
then what?
No, we got forms. No, see that one he can go just straight that way. But like the laundry room, well, this he can go out that way in the kitchen. Kitchen, he can grab the kitchen and go that way. Can he?
Yeah, because it's just the kitchen, the sink.
Right. He can grab that sink and go that way.
Right.
Hey, have you thought about putting in the living room a pit to change the oil?
Make a garage.
Put an overhead door right here?
Doors you can drive to. Where's Leroy? He's down in the pit.
That would be the top of the...
Really?
Well, that's what I'm telling you. 20 inches is a lot. 52 inches.
God damn.
Well, that's what I'm
What's
telling
it going to be at with a foot?
8 inches lower. Oh my God. All right, so what we're doing here, because this is an old foundation and the new house, we need to run the plumbing. We're gonna raise the new foundation 12 inches above this old foundation. So we're gonna go, we have a porch in the back and a porch in the front. We're gonna start the house right on top of this one. So we're gonna use this foundation for the new home. However, the new home extends past this edge about 15 feet that way. I haven't looked at the plans, but the point is it extends past this foundation. So this is where it's gonna get a bit tricky, because as you can tell, this is already like 2 feet off the ground and it keeps sloping away. So by the time we do the forms where the foundation is going to be, the edge of it, we're gonna be at about 4 feet. So it's gonna be pretty tall. Of course, Leroy doesn't mind. So if he's okay with it, then we can make it work. But that's what we're having to do, because like I said, we have to run all new plumbing. The other alternative was to pour, you know, like 6 inches on top of this one and cut the slab for plumbing. But that's just a much bigger nightmare, so we're not gonna do that. So this is how tall it is. Right here, Leroy.
My God. Hello up there. Like Mardi Gras. It's going down.
Elevated porches. So this is like what, 4 feet off the ground? Yeah.
Yeah, 4 foot.
4 feet, yeah. You gonna be okay with that, Leroy?
Looks like I'm gonna have to. I can live with that. I'm fine.
If you don't like it, just take out the slab.
Luckily, we have nice soft sand to fall on.
So this is what you end up when you already have a slab. You can't, well, that's gonna limit your elevation. Plus you have to go even higher, like I said earlier, for the plumbing. I think it's worth it. Leroy's gonna save quite a bit of money by using that. However, you know, you have to find somebody that's willing to deal with it.
And in the long run, I'm gonna have to pay for handrail now up here on the porches.
Well, the
But
porch is not gonna be that bad, right? Because you come down from the porch 1.5 inches and then they slope away. So your porch is probably gonna be 3 feet away, 3 feet off the ground.
And that's, yeah.
And then you can always just push some sand, push some of that broken up concrete.
Crush it up. That's good sand over there. That's clean sand.
Yeah, you can put some sand around it and have a nice yard, and you can do steps out the front yard. It'll be nice.
Yeah, it will. By the time I make it up the front steps.
By then you're gonna be too old.
I tell you, escalator.
You're gonna have to need a ramp.
That's
Put a
what
ramp
Pauline
in
was saying about a ramp.
Yeah, put a ramp. She knows you're old.
And
Your
wheelchair
wife knows you're
accessible
old.
showers.
Yeah, dude, she's already, she can already see your future. So, anyway, so tell me about this house, Leroy. What happened?
This was my brother's property.
Uh-huh.
He had a house on there. He had a 1-story house with it was a wraparound porch. One day he left to work, and next thing you knew, it was about 9 o'clock in the morning. We saw smoke coming out from his front door. We live over 3 houses down. This is like a village. We have 2.5 acres, 2.5 acres, 2.5 acres, and another 2. Total of 10 acres. So we saw smoke coming out. Me and my dad ran over here. We kicked in. We didn't know if he was in there or not. Kicked down the back door, but at that time it was already going. And fire department got here. By the time they got here, it was already. They just let it burn. They said there was nothing they could really do.
So your dad just let it burn?
Yeah, he had to let it burn.
So what does your dad do for a living, or what did he do?
He's a retired firefighter from San Antonio.
He's like, just let it burn.
Just let it burn. There's nothing you can do about it.
Well, I mean, at least he you know,
Yeah.
if anybody's gonna tell you what you should do, it's probably him, right?
Yeah.
Like let it
No,
burn.
so
Well, I guess
we
let it burn.
Pretty much burned down and cleared it off. And
So
this
it
is what
burned
was left of
completely
it.
down. I mean, what was left? Do you have any pictures? What was left of it?
Inside the house.
What do you mean inside?
With pictures of what was left of it? You mean after? No.
You didn't take your cell phone? When was this?
This would happen about 5 years ago, maybe 7 years ago.
So you didn't take your flip phone out and take pictures?
At the time, no, I didn't have time. By the time I ran from all the way from over there over here, I didn't worry
were
about
gassed.
taking pictures.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's like,
the house stayed burned down a few days after, didn't it?
yeah.
And nobody took any pictures?
I don't think nobody did. So yeah, we have
So
no
no pictures, no nothing? Just
nobody wanted to
stories?
remember it. Burnt down, so.
I want to see it. Now, did you take any photos of you working here?
My wife did.
Yeah, well, get some pictures. They want to see, man. They want to see what's going on here, the
What's all the
progress.
hard work I've already done?
Well, they just want to see you work. That's it. It doesn't even have to be hard.
You're funny.
Don't tell Leroy this. Well, okay, you'll know, but don't tell your wife this.
Okay.
Hopefully
I
she
won't.
doesn't watch her videos, but
She never watches them.
probably gonna take a backseat to everything else.
She tells me everything before I even know it.
So
she
his
watches
wife is the one that tells him about the videos.
Yeah.
Hey Leroy, why were you asleep? Remember
Yeah.
that video where you were asleep?
I was not asleep. Everybody in my family thinks I was, though.
So we did that video where Leroy, we just pretended that he was asleep, and then we made it painfully obvious that it was just
And
a
do you
fake.
think I'd still be working here if I was actually asleep on the couch?
And it was a fake. And of course, we had a good laugh about it. But his family, to this day, they believe that he got busted sleeping on the job.
They tell me every time. Even the guy from Dow Tile tells me, "Oh yeah, you're the guy who sleeps on the job."
Anyway, we're gonna get out of their way. We'll see you next time.
We are Texas Barndominiums.
Give me the sexy look, Leroy.